Shalom guys, how are you doing? Hope things are great by you, that you're happy, that you're rising and shining, that you're not afraid, that you're going positive with your good thoughts and hopes. I wanted to speak today few things and they're all like very connected and very important. The main thing I think I wanted to discuss today is about the meaning of the name of Hashem, the meaning of the name of God, and also to explain to you in a way how the holy language of Hebrew, and of course the rest of the languages as well, but like through another filter, a little bit lower level, but that the language is reflecting the light of infinity, of His Godliness, and how everything is connected, and that's it. So we're going to start. I'm going to try to explain to you, and I hope you'll be able to grab it. I'll use this wonderful thing that is written here, but the problem I have with this is that when you watch it on the camera, you see it in the opposite direction, because this is how the camera works. But you're going to try to understand, and I'm going to try to explain about the meaning of Hashem, Yud Kei Vav Kei. Yes, the letter of Hashem, the letters of the name of Hashem. So now it's a known thing that the Jewish rule, the halakha, is saying that we're not allowed to say the name as it's written. Yud Kei Vav Kei, to read that name, to say it out loud as it is written, is something that we're not allowed to do. And we know that there are Christian groups and there are missionaries, people that are allowing themselves to say the name of Hashem, but this is for sure it's a violation. They're committing a crime by doing it. It's a very wrong thing to say the name of our God as it's written, with Yud Kei Vav Kei, with the letter Yud and the letter Hey and the letter Vav and the letter Hey. When you do want to say the name of God, the name of Hashem, so then what you're allowed to do is to call Him in the name that we say Adonai. To say Adonai while learning Torah or while praying to God, this is something you can say. You can call Him in that name. You can call Him Elohim, you can call Him Adonai, you can call Him in other names, but not in that name of Yud Kei Vav Kei. We say, even when I say the name, instead of saying Yud and then Hey, I'm not saying Yud and then saying Hey and then saying Vav, Hey. I'm not saying that. Why? To protect to make sure that there will be no mistake, and that it will never be in no way that a mistake will take place in that very important and holy topic of mentioning and calling the name of Hashem, because it's written that it's not allowed, and we know for sure in 100% that until the day of redemption, when all the people will be purified and be ready, and we will visit together and come to see the face of the Lord, of our God, in the holy city of Jerusalem, in the temple of Hashem, over there we will be able and allowed to say, but until that day we cannot mention the name as it's written with Yud Kei Vav Kei. Now, in your thought, you're allowed to think about that name. In your thoughts. in your thought, you're allowed to call Hashem in your thoughts in that name as well. You're allowed to think that name. And to think about that name means that you're allowed to just like literally call Hashem in your thoughts, using that name in your thoughts, but not in your speech, not to express it with your mouth, with your lips. Never to say Yud Kei Vav Kei with your mouth. Now, wonderful. Now, I wanted to tell you about the meaning of the word. So, when a person is thinking about the name of Hashem, or aiming it in a prayer in his thoughts, so then there are many ways to write, to put vowels on that word. You can change the vowels. There are different intentions and different meanings to the word to the name of Hashem with different vowels. If you're going to put different vowels, you can see the vowels in Hebrew are like signs. They're not letters like in English. In English, you put E, you put I, you put A for vowels. But in Hebrew, you have those small signs, those vowels, that they are changing the way you pronounce. So, for an example, here the letter Yud is with the vowel that is called chirik, and chirik is being pronounced E. So you will say Yi, and this kamat, for an example, under the letter Vav. In Hebrew, you're going to pronounce it Va. Okay, so this is like I, this is like A, E, and here you have the Va. So people can use while thinking, while praying in their thoughts about the name of Hashem, and to put different vowels to that name. But there is one that is probably the main one, and probably the holiest one to be used, and probably will be the one that will be called from our mouths in the day of accepting the face of God, accepting the face of Hashem in the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. And when we say I want to write it for you. I want to make it clear for you that you will be able to see it in a clear way. So I'm going to just do it for you, if you have time, if it's not too late. Instead of writing the letter Hey, I will write the letter Kuf, but anyway, I'm writing it backward. Okay, so now I'm going to show it to you backward, and you will see it perfectly. Oh, such a great idea it was. Thank God. So, when you write down the name, and here you see I wrote the letter Kuf instead of the letter Hey. The letter Hey, you should write it like that this short line in the middle is short and finishing here. If it would be written like that, so then it would be the real letter Hey, but backwards, but in the opposite side. But I wrote Kuf because I don't want to write the name of Hashem, the name of God, not for a good enough reason, not if I really need to, like to write down a Sefer Torah, or if you write a Tefillin or Mezuzah or something like that, just to write it on a paper. You don't want to do that. Okay, so when you write the name of Hashem like that, with Yud, and then the letter Hey, and then Vav, and then Hey, so then you have different ways, different vowels that you can put, and then to read it in a different way. So like I said, that probably the way that the name of Hashem will be called in the day of redemption, by the people who believes in Him in all their hearts, and will accept His face in that glorious day, will be pronounced with those vowels. So, the letter Yud, under the letter Yud, we put the vowel that is called tsere. Now, what is tsere? Tsere is sound ye. Like if you're going to put tsere under the letter Aleph, so it will be e. Under B, it will be be. Like the letter E in English. Okay, so under the letter Yud, it's going to be ye. Okay? And then under the letter Hey, even though I wrote the letter Kuf, like I said before, I wrote the letter Kuf because we don't want to write the name of Hashem for not important enough reason. So the letter Hey will have the vowel Cholam. Cholam. So Cholam is, you pronounce Cholam O. So if there's going to be a letter Aleph with Cholam, so it's going to be O. If it's going to be the letter Bet with Cholam, so it's going to be Bo. But here we have the letter Hey, so it's going to be Ho. So we said Ye, and then we said Ho, and then we have the letter Vav. And the letter Vav is a letter that enjoys the vowel Kamatz, and Kamatz is sound like A. So if it would be Aleph, it would be A. If it would be Bet, it would be Ba. But now that it's Vav, it's Va. And that letter Hey in the end of the word is a letter that is silent. We don't pronounce it, only calmly and with the breath that you finish and complete the word. When you say the end, when you don't, we're not allowed to say it. We're talking about the day of the temple, when we will stand and say, or that if now a person wants to call Hashem in his thoughts, in prayer, in his thoughts, but again, never to pronounce this name in your mouth. Never ever to pronounce this name in your mouth. Never ever. Don't think that you are wiser than the one who guides you and teaches you those wonderful lessons. Don't take that to the next step because it's a violation. It's against the rules, it's against the code, and I bless you to succeed and to rise and shine and to do good. Don't do bad. Don't take those holy teachings to a bad place. Okay? Don't think that you are too wise. So when you're going to say the letter Vav with the letter Hey that is silent, so you're going to say Va. And the letter Hey will be sound quietly. It's instead of saying Va, you're going to say Va. So it's like it gives more air, more wind, more spirit to it. Okay? Now now I have a lot to say. I want to teach you many things. So first of all, we're going to mention the names of the vowels. And look how amazing the holy language is. When you say tsere, so tsere is written tzadik yud resh yud. And tsere is like tziyur. It's like painting. It's like when Hashem is creating something. So you put the vowel tsere, and when you say the word tzere, just in your thoughts, when you think about the word tzere, so it's like Hashem tzur something, Hashem tzier something, Hashem created something. So the letter Yud with this vowel that is being pronounced tzere, and it's ye, is reflecting creation, the power of creation of Hashem. And the Yud, when you say the word, the letter ye, just as it is ye, so it's the shortest way to say gonna be. Ye, it's like yihye, it's like gonna be, yihye, ye. When you say ye, it means gonna be, it's gonna happen. and then the letter Hey with cholam, and the vowel cholam that is being pronounced O, Ye, and then the letter Hey with cholam going to be Ho. So cholam is like the word cholem, it's like a dream. So it's like a dream come true, it's like the salvation, and Hashem is talking to those dreamers, to those ones who never gave up on their hopes, on their... The Creator allows us to dream, and cholam is like the word cholem, like I said before, and the letter Hey with cholam is showing to us that the dreams will come true, that all the hopes, it's going to happen, the dreams will come true. When you say the word Hey, when you use the letters Hey and then Vav and then Hey, so it's like to say the word Hove. Hove is like something that will happen. And when we're using the vowels that we wrote here, cholam and then kamatz on the word, so it's Hova. So Hova means that it already happened as well. It's happening, yeah, gonna happen, and already happened. So it's Haya, Hove, Veye. It happened in the past, it's happening in the present, and it will take place and will happen in the future to come. And the letter kamatz is when the vowel kamatz, when you say kamatz, so kamatz is a word in Hebrew as well. Also a name of a vowel, and also a holy word with different meaning. And the meaning of the word kamatz is sagar, closed. He took something, kamatz, he took it in his hand and closed his hand. So to take something wide and to shrink it, to make it small in the palm of your hand, kamatz, to make it smaller. So you see that all the constrictions will be opened by calling Hashem in the day of redemption. Now, the most beautiful thing is that it never ends. When you go to the interpretation and saying what kamatz is, when you go into the interpretation of what cholam is, if you're going to break it down to another layer, you're going to bring down another diamond from that layer as well. And when you go deeper and deeper, so then you're just going to find more and more and more about the name of Hashem and about the meanings, and the combination is just like it's being expanded and clearer every moment, that it's all a creation of God, of Hashem, that He's the one who reflects His wisdom to all of us. Another small thing I'll share with you for you to have something to think of as well. It's written that the nation of Israel and the Torah and Hashem, the creator of the world, are one thing. It's three things that together are one. And like in the most simple thing in the world to understand, so the creator, He's the one who is above everything, and He's the one who holds the wheel, He's the one who runs the show. And He wanted to teach the Torah, He wanted to teach us, so He revealed His wisdom. So the Torah, the letters of the Aleph Bet of the holy letters of Torah are the reflection of His wisdom. And so the one that He is and the reflection of His wisdom for sure is one thing, you're going to understand that. And us, we are those ones who He wanted to give the wisdom to. He wanted to reveal His mercy on us, on the nation of Israel, on the world, and therefore we are one thing, because He wanted to give it to us, and that's it. Like it's a ring. It's not something that you should ever divide. So know yourself. Now, if you have questions about, hey, but if I'm not Jewish, if I'm a Gentile, if I'm whatever, I'm from a different religion, so I'll tell you the simple truth about yourself. Trust me, you don't have a clue who you are. You don't know who you are. You don't know from which tribes you came. You know short history of 500 years, maybe stories. Oh yeah, my family, we came from Russia. Yeah, we came from Singapore. Yeah, we came, no, my family are from India. You don't know what happened 2,000 years ago. You don't know from which island you came to that land you live in today. You don't know which wars, which fires, which crises, which difficulties, which challenges. You don't have a clue who you are. You don't know if you're an Israeli soul. You don't know. And I'll tell you, if you're seeking for the truth, if you're seeking for God, so then you are one of the holy tribes of Israel, the lost tribes. I don't have the slightest doubt about it, and I know that method is the method of truth, and I know that my speeches are speeches that are coming down to the world from the flaming fire of the Holy Torah that Hashem reveals to me at nights and in daytimes, and I'm sharing it with you for your eternal success and for your amazing spiritual attachment to our God. And with no... I want to talk with you forever, but it's about to be Shabbat, so let's bless each other with greetings of love and harmony and simple faith, and that all our prayers will come true. And when it's written Goyim, 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 non-Jews, 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 you need to know that it is referred to those haters, to all those evil people who has some sick and crazy, evil, dark, awful intention of destroying good and holiness. But all the souls that are seeking for good, all the amazing souls that are seeking for love and harmony and peace and mutual respect, they all have sparks of soul from the souls of the children of Jacob, of Yaakov, that he had 12 boys, 12 children. He had 12 children. He had Dinah as well. And those souls are the good souls that have been spread and blend in the nations. And today you can think, oh, me, no, I'm Chinese, I'm Indonesian, I'm American, I'm Christian, I'm Muslim, I'm Arabic, I'm from this, from that. Like, those are all nonsense, because you are attached to the land, to the color of your skin, things that have been changed in the last generations. The real truth about who you are is treasured in the nature of your soul and your spirit, and your soul and your spirit desiring Hashem and loving the Torah, and has inner attention, connection to the nation of Israel, and it's not for an empty reason. It's only because that's who you are, even though you cannot recognize your beauty and your light, but the nature of your soul is being reflected and shines, and the truth of who you are is who you are. And with simple understanding of that, jump into a wonderful day of Shabbat that is all for rest and pleasure and joy and happiness, and serve Hashem with a smile on your face and with a lot of love and mutual respect. And may the Creator answer all our prayers and requests in no time, and we're going to see His face, the face of the Lord, in the holy temple of God. Amen. Also the UK.